Hello and welcome to another episode of From the Helm here at day 2 of the Resources Rising Stars Conference on the Gold Coast. I'm Grady, Wulff, Market Analyst with Bell Direct. And a familiar guest with me today, Duncan Craib, the Managing Director and CEO of Boss Energy. Duncan, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you. Thanks, Grady.
Very busy time for you. You've just updated the market about the Honeymoon mine in South Australia. How's production going? What can you tell me?
Production's going really well, thank you. So today we announced that the first column, the first NIM6 columns achieved nameplate production.
Wow.
Yeah, with only its sort of 4th month.
Yeah, it's a baby.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Baby.
And the second column's due to start production this month of September, with the third column coming into production in December. So we're right on target with our ramp-up schedule per the feasibility study.
Yeah, and what's the growth outlook for production at Honeymoon?
Growth outlook is really our first year, so till June next year, the financial year, £850,000.
Wow.
Then up to £1.6 million for the following year, and then up to the £2.45 million nameplate.
That's
so
incredible.
We're tracking to budget. We're going really well.
Now, the uranium price has come off recently just over $100 a pound to around $80 a pound. How do you see the price moving over the next 6 months, and what's your outlook, and how does that kind of play into strategy?
So the reference there that you've used is the spot price. We tend to, as a producer, look at the term price. So term price today is $81 a pound. So if you historically look at that, it's the highest term price it's ever been at the start of a cycle. So for us, and it's continuing to strengthen. So the big fear, and we're picking this up from the World Nuclear Association Symposium in London this week, is a lot of fuel buyers are already, because we've got colleagues there, Sashi's there. A lot of fuel buyers are saying that they've got big concerns about potential new development projects. Can they come on time? And with the rising cost curve, they're going to need higher prices or higher incentive prices to bring those projects on. So uranium price has to keep growing.
The uranium outlook is very strong across the board, so it's not really going anywhere, which is a great thing for obviously Boss Energy. Now, you recently announced the 30% acquisition of the ultme mine, which is an extremely strategic move because obviously it diversifies the assets that you have now with Boss Energy. Amazing work. What is the update there? Progress? What are we looking at?
Update there, so that's right, we purchased 30%.
Amazing.
They're ramping up to £1.5 million, of which we'll get 30% of that production profile, so £450,000, which we can sell into our own sales book. So every company's got their own different sales strategy. But the good news there, they've started production in June. They're due to produce their first drum of uranium this month and set to grow. So again, they're situated in South Texas, Tier 1 jurisdiction. US is the biggest procurers or purchasers of uranium in the world, and we're right there working with one of the top teams. So really excited.
And so you visited both sites now. How do they differ in mining?
We're a larger processing plant with Honeymoon. But I think over in the US, while they may be a bit smaller, they've got the expertise. They've got different methods of in situ recovery, which is the same mining method. They just use a different chemistry in their lixiviant. But no, generally, we look to them for guidance in a lot of things. I mean, Paul Goringson, the CEO there, has been in the industry, his career of 30 years, and Bill Sharif, so they're wonderful partners to have.
It's a very strong move by Boss, so well done.
Thank you.
And you often say Boss Energy's balance sheet is very strong. What do you mean by this?
By strong, so I guess today we've got about 250 million on the balance sheet in liquid assets. So by that we can liquidate it very quickly. So it's a combination of cash and that strategic inventory that we purchased. So that £1.25 million is now worth, say, 160 million. We've got cash, and then we've got some investments in, say, Encore Energy, for example. So, it's a very strong balance sheet and absolutely zero debt. So right now, zero debt, strong balance sheet, and we're producing positive cash flow. So it's a very good position to be at the start of a new bull cycle.
And it's what the investors want to hear. Duncan, thanks for joining me again today.
Thanks very much, Grady.
On the way up for Boss Energy.
Thanks you
so much. Thanks for joining us on The Helm. I hope you liked that episode. If you did, why not subscribe to our YouTube channel?